Hey folks, what's going on today? I hope you're all doing really good. Today I'd like to go over some saxophone stuff, believe it or not. We're going to go over the saxophone lines that were played on the tune by Dave Brubeck quartet called Take 5, okay? It's an E flat. Okay? Now, the first thing that he does, I'm not going to play the line for you and go through all that. There's a lot to teach here, so we're just going to dive right into it. This is the first line that's played over those two chords. Right? It's okay. He does that again. We'll get to this, but let's jump into it. He changes one little thing the second time around, okay? This is how I play it. I play the D string in the 8th fret, the G string in the 8th fret, so. And then the B string is in the 7th fret, so. Sorry about that. I told you this would be hard to teach, so. So we're going to take that B string from the 7th fret to the 9th fret, okay? So once again, we have the D string and G string in the 8th, B string in the 7th, to the 9th, to the 10th, and then I'm going to play this E string in the 6th fret. I know this is kind of awkward feeling, and you can finger this either way. You can do it with your ring finger. You know, if it's easier for you to use your pinky, go for it. Sometimes I don't use my pinky, I should say, so. Okay, so again, really slow. Okay, so that B's in the 10th. We're going to go to the E string in the 6th. So. We're going to come right down that B string from the 10th, 9th, and the 7th fret. So. And then we're going to go to the G string in the 8th fret. The D string in the 8th fret as well. And then G string in the 6th to the 8th. Okay? Once again, really slow. Okay? The next move is this. Okay? Now all I'm doing there, I got the B string in the 6th fret, and I'm hammering on to the 7th fret, B string, and pulling it off. So, now I'm hitting the G string in the 6th to the 8th fret. Now I'm going to go from the 6th fret G string, hammer it onto the 8th, and then D string in the 6th and 8th frets. Okay? Really slow. Sorry, let me do that again. It's easy to mess this up, you'll see. Okay? Now, the next time he plays it, it's the same thing, but these little things change. He does this one first, and then this one second. So you just switch places with those two, so it'll sound like this. Okay? Now, that was all played over these two chords. Alright? Now here comes the next set of horn lines. It sounds like this. And then back to, okay? So, bear with me, folks. This is not easy to teach. I get confused just playing it, but not 11th fret E string to the 14th, and then back to the 11th. So we have 12th fret B string. So G string, 13th fret. Okay, so what we have there is this. When we get to this G string in the 13th fret, we're going to walk chromatically up the B string from the 11th, 12th, 13th to the 14th. And then we're going to hit the E string in the 13th, okay? Like I said, bear with me. This pattern does repeat though, so you're going to get a free one out of it. So again, okay, one more time. Okay, the next notes. Now you can play this all in this position, but I like to move it. I like the registers, and I just like the feeling of the movement. So we have the E string in the 9th fret and the B string in the 11th. So once again, now what we're going to do is go to the G string in the 11th fret. We're going to do that same move, but we're going to go from the G string in the 11th to the B string in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then the E string in the 11th. Okay, so once again, oh, sorry, I told you guys, bear with me. Okay, the next two notes are the E string in the 7th, B string in the 9th, okay? Then we're going to do this little move. G string in the 8th fret, 8th to the 10th on the G string, so we got 8, 10, B string in the 7th, 9th, and then E string in the 6th. So it sounds like this. Now we're going to go back to the B string. Okay, so once again, now we're going to go to the, we're on the 9th fret on the E string, excuse me. Now we're going to go back to the 8th and walk up to the first note we started with, which was the E string in the 11th. And they kind of run into each other, so as soon as you hit that note, you're playing see that? When I got to that note, I started right on the line again. So I'm going to play this really slow. I hope that I described it as best I can, but it's really tough. Okay, so here we go, really slow. Okay, here's the last part. Okay, that's just the G string in the 8th fret, B string, 7th, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we got the G string in the 8th fret, B string in the 7th, E string in the 9th, 7, and then 6. And then back to the, okay? So once again, I'll play that all the way through if I can. Bear with me. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. I can't believe I made it through it without just derailing the whole video multiple times. I did mess it up a few. I'm sorry for that, but as you know, the mistakes are free. So just kind of noodle around with that. I do recommend going back to my playlist, learn all the chords, you know. A lot of cool stuff happens in the chord work as well. Really fun to play. And, you know, that should get you playing along with the record right now as far as them horn lines go. And, okay, so when it comes into the solo section, I'll give you one lick that I ripped off from this track Paul Desmond played. The solo is going to go over those 2 chords for quite a while, and then it will go through them changes again. So he does something like this. Now that's some cool lines right there. So G string in the 8th fret, B string in the 7th. So I went G string in the 8th, B string in the 7th, back to the G in the 8th, and then the B string in the 6th fret. So then we're going to go B string in the 9th fret. Okay, so now we're going to do it again. Okay, sorry. Now the second part is like this. G in the 8th, B in the 7th, and then back to the G in the 8th again. Okay, and then B in the 6th, G in the 8th, and then D in the 8th. Okay? I know that's confusing. It's a tricky little lick, and it's fun to play, though, so I'll do it really slow. Okay? Really fun. Now work that out slow and then really neat stuff. And it just makes you play differently. That's the whole method to the madness here. Now, I don't just try to learn guitar parts. I try to learn piano parts, horn players, trumpets, clarinets, flutes, anything that's got that smooth flow to it, which all your wind instruments tend to have that. It's not so staccato. It can be, but it's usually really smooth, especially saxophone players. And that's good stuff to go after. It really is. It'll change your playing. It'll change the way you think about playing. And it'll definitely make you play smooth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I hope I taught it as well as I can. I'm really bad at teaching, to be honest with you. And especially single note stuff. It's really hard for me to even slow it down a little bit and talk about it, because I lose the the pecking order of the notes and what have you. So I'm doing my best. That is tough to teach, especially when I have no training myself. Being a self-taught guitar player, I absolutely have no teaching qualifications. So anyway, check out that video, like you said, on the rhythm in my playlist. Get this tune all together, and then play along with the track itself. It's really fun to play. I guarantee you will learn something nice and something really cool on the guitar just playing along with that track. Uh, it's got that nice flow that you can really play against, and you can kind of lay out and let that rhythm section do its thing too. It doesn't have to be just all through the song playing lines, and that's why I really enjoy listening to Paul Desmond's saxophone lines. He was so tasty at that. It just You couldn't stop listening to that tune. At least I couldn't. As soon as I heard that saxophone line, just the opening one, that, and then all these melodic ones that we just learned coming down the neck, just blew me away. And I immediately wanted to try to figure that stuff out on my guitar. Took me a few years, but finally I think I've got it. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys real soon. Be good. Okie doke.